Good morning, class. Our today's topic is a legend of the Northland. Children, this is a ballad. Ballad, do you know? Ballad is a kind of poetry which has a tale within it and have moral at last. This is also a ballad form of poetry. This is usually written in couplet form and rhyming scheme of this couplet might be AABB or ABAB likewise. So, students, let's see the title again, A Legend of the Northland. So, we must know what is the meaning of legend. Do you know? Legend means uh, a story, an old story, an historical story, a big story, and Northland stands here. It refers to the countries which presently they are named as Norway, Sweden, Scotland. Means those countries which are near the polar region, they are supposed as the Northland. So here the poet is telling a glimpse of a legend which is related to the Northland. Let us see what the legend is here and what the ballad is telling about. So, in beginning of this poetry, the poet says about the location and the surroundings of the Northland, how it was. Means usually we see that the region which is covered with snow and uh, people usually use Eskimos. They lived in Eskimos, and also the reindeers used to uh, carry this sledges. So and you will get that children of this area are having the clothes which are usually used in the winter in our sides. So this is the some introductory part in the beginning of this poetry. You will get in first two stanzas about the location, about the background of the legend, and after that now here is the poet wants to say something about that the houses, about the backgrounds. You can see the picture also on the screen, that each and everything is well covered and canopied with the ice and the snow. Everywhere you will see snow and snow. So this was the environment, and one of the messenger of the Christianity, Saint Peter, and here is the picture of Saint Peter, who was on world tour, and once he reached in the Northland. When he reached there, he was very hungry after a long journey he had completed. So he was very hungry. So by this, he stopped before a shop where a woman was baking cakes. That was a shop where he, which enticed his hunger, and he became very you can say that hungry towards the cake, and he tried to ask the woman that would you please give me a piece of cake. Then woman didn't reply, and she used began to bake uh, the cake smaller in size. So she began to cut the dough of of that cake, of the bread, smaller and smaller. But it was surprised for her that she again uh, cut it in a smaller size and began to create it. But overall, she found that the size of the bread was larger than before. So uh, she was astonished. But here, the hunger of Saint Peter was growing and growing, and at last he became very angry, and he cursed the woman. He cursed the woman because she didn't deserve the form of a human being, because she had no humanity within her. So he cursed her in the form of a woodpecker, because whenever she become woodpecker, she will realize the real hunger, and he punished him by telling her that she would be woodpecker, and instantly she turned into a woodpecker. At last, what happened? That when she turned into woodpecker, her clothes were burnt, and she go through the chimney and flew and sat on a tree, where she began to make hole and take some pieces of wood in her mouth. So by this way, see here, children, you can see the picture of woodpecker. So, children, the moral of this story is that we should not be inhuman in our life. You should not forget humanity in our life. You should always try to the give or provide food to the human beings who are needy person, and uh, otherwise we would be punished by the god. This is the what the moral hidden in this poetry. I think you have is well understood it. Okay, thank you.